Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dice by the Sword. I hope that you are all doing well. It is Sunday. We are, of course, back for the next episode of Nyxalia and Aetherbound Saga. I hope that you're all doing well. Welcome in, welcome in. We are at the precipice of a very important episode. The crew have gone back towards Blackfall Quarry. For those of you that watched last week, you'll know that holy shit is about to go off. But we will say hello to everyone else while we're here. So say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Yay! We're all here. Woo! We're all here. So just before we get into tonight's session, we do have to run through our announcements, which I have got prepped and pre-planned for the first time since episode 1.
Professional.
Cool. I know. So very important and exciting thing happened this week. We have a new merch drop. We told you last week that it was coming. If you head over to our merch store, you will find our new piece of merch, which looks incredible. It is amazing. There are a few different varieties of that merch design that we've done. I say we, the royal we. Isn't that right, Luke?
Yep.
Yep.
All of us.
We all did it. Well done, us. But there is barely an owl. See what we did? Because it's got a picture of an owl bear on it. It's barely, and it was really cool. So there's a couple of different designs. We have it on the back of a t-shirt, front of t-shirts, in different colors. We've got it on the front of a t-shirt, different size, loads of little cool things. So head over to the merch store. You can click on the link that's in chat right now, and you can head over there and you can buy this exclusive piece of merch that you cannot find anywhere else, just on our merch store. So go ahead and go and check that out. There will obviously be more merch drops in the future. We've got a few designs that we're working on. As they release, we will let you know when we're live. Cool. I love that this is such a nice little segue that Royal Bottler said the TikToks kill me. Well, good. At least you found our TikToks. For those of you that don't know, we're on TikTok. We're on every other social media platform as well. So if you want to see all the latest Dice by the Swords things, then search for us on any social media platform. You will find us. The TikToks are brilliant, though. Hats off to you, Joe, for some of the funnier ones. They are really, really cool. Well done, you. But you can follow us on all social media platforms, and we encourage you to do so because that's where you find out all the latest information, and it's when we kind of prompt you for all our little, releases and stuff. Similar to our YouTube releases. So as you know, we release 3 long-form videos a week. We break our sessions down into bite-sized little chunks. The first half of the session releases on a Tuesday, and the second half on a Thursday, and then on a Friday, if you really haven't got enough time to consume long-form content, then we release our Once Upon a Roll videos, which are the ASMR-style bedtime story recaps, so that you can just whiz through any episodes that you've not caught up on yet. And they are really, really cool. They release on Fridays, and we obviously release all the shorts and stuff as well. Cool. If you haven't already and you want to support us, there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can either hit that little subscribe button below, or that means that you're kind of supporting us and helping us try and expand what we do and kind of improve what we do week on week. Or you can join our Patreon, where you get a few different kind of exclusive stuff, like exclusive access to a Patreon only Discord group and all the rest of it. So if you want to support us, head over to Patreon. You can click there, or you can click subscribe below. If you are a little bit tight on funds at the moment, but you already pay for Amazon Prime, then you can link your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account, and you can click that button for absolutely £0, and it still supports us. So please do. Also, we have a few things coming in the future. So Charlie, what's happening in the future, please?
Well, in the future, we are going to very excitingly be going to the UK Games Expo. We're going to be there all weekend. It's going to be the 29th of May to the 1st of June, I believe it is. We're going to be there. We're going to be having a load of fun on the floor, doing interviews, chatting, playing some games, doing a lot of things for our YouTube and Instagrams. We're also going to be I'll be running a one-shot for people to come and join in on the Saturday at 2:00, which is going to be very Nyxalia based, so we can carry on doing a lot of fun Nyxalia stuff. And then also a couple of us are going to be hopefully doing some one-shots in the evening with UKG as well, which is also very, very exciting. More details of that to come. So we hope you come down and come see us, come and hang out and have a great time at the UKG, because it's an absolutely fantastic place to go. Find out new board games, find out new games that you want to explore, and also you get to meet us.
Yes, it's all very good, all very good. So that is the last weekend in May. That's in Birmingham at the NEC. You can find tickets at UKGE on Google. Tickets are reasonably priced as well. You can get a one-day pass or a full weekend pass, whatever you want to do. But yeah, don't miss it because it is arguably the biggest gaming, like tabletop gaming convention in the UK every single year. And we're going to be there. And sneak peek, we might actually be partnering with that convention next year in 2026 for something even more fantastic. So keep your eye on the horizon for that. In the next 3 weeks, so we've got 2 more weeks of Nyxalia after this week. We've got 2 more weeks of Nyxalia where we wrap up this arc, and then I will not be here for 3 weeks because I will be on the other side of the world. But fear not, good friends, because we have left you in very, very, very capable hands as Charlie, Dan, and Joe lead you through a wonderfully crafted 3-shot that will absolutely blow your mind. The pitch that they that Charlie gave me the other day made me go, okay, cool. So every Sunday I'm going to be tuning in from Korea. Amazing. It's really, really cool. There will be stuff being released about that in the next couple of weeks as well. So fear not. Don't go anywhere. Sunday nights, 7 o'clock. We got you. Decent D&D content for your faces. Anyway, with all that said and done, I will tell everybody that before tonight's session, we had a little pep talk, didn't we, guys, about what's to come in tonight's session, and it went to something a little like this. Use everything at your disposal. Do not be worried. Whether some of you or all of you survive this, just put everything you've got into it. And I think that's words to live by. Now, if you haven't already, go and get yourselves a drink. Get yourselves nice and relaxed. Pull up a blanket. Get ready for tonight's episode. Dice by the Sword.
The long road to adventure is never paved so clean. Spells and fists are sometimes used, others make a scene. So grab your gear, the game's begun. A tale of triumph for everyone. One roll can go and seal your fate. A crit or fail, it's never too late. Blades and spells, the dice decide. Hold your breath, it's a wild ride. We come together every week to see where we will go. And when we strike, you bet your life will crush our evil foes. We're adventurers. Ancient fiends will cast them out. We're adventurers. You'll never have any doubt. Dungeon delving, monster chasing, finding a hidden hoard. Just remember who we are. We're Dice by the Sword. Dice by the Sword.
I do this every time. I come back and don't unmute my mic. My God. Last time on Dice by the Sword, the streets of Whistlestone had been painted in blood, but hope still flickered in the embers of ruin. The mayor stood before her people, a leader reborn, rallying them to rise from the ashes and reclaim their town's future. And as the town's defenders gathered, weapons were sharpened, armor was strapped tight, and whispered prayers were spoken to the heavens. At the town's edge, farewells were given, a stablemaster's final gift, a priestess's words of gratitude, and the weight of duty heavy on their shoulders. Then, beneath the sky, freckled with the dying embers of dusk, they travelled. Along the way, a mysterious figure crossed their path, a shadowy figure on the road, cloaked in secrecy, who spoke of an organisation working in the shadows, fighting the same fight as the party. An enigmatic force dedicated to dismantling the Ironshade Consortium's hold over the land and protecting the Aether Crystals from those who would misuse them. The figure spoke cryptically, their eyes filled with knowledge and unspoken danger, and then they vanished, somewhat into the night, leaving behind more questions than answers, but a sense that the party was not alone in their struggle. Now, on the crest of a lonely hill they stand. Below, Blackfall Quarry sprawls, a festering wound in the earth, its veins lined with torches, its depths swallowed by darkness, and then, as if fate itself had willed it, a red star streaks across the heavens, its tail a burning omen. The time has come. A fierce battle is upon them. Are we ready, folks?
Yes. Yes. We got it.
You got this. You got this. The night air is sharp and biting, carrying the distant scent of iron and oil. Below, the quarry stretches like a deep wound carved into the land, its walls jagged and steep. Torches glowing like scattered fireflies in the dark. The distant clank of pickaxes and the low murmur of voices drift upward towards you, nearly drowned by the mechanical groans of the unseen machinery within. At the very centre of the quarry stands a windowless structure, barracks office, a foreboding silhouette of steel and stone. Around it, guards in polished armour make their rounds, their movements swift and methodical. Chains rattle in the deeper pits, the eerie sound underscoring the weight of what is at stake. And then the sky ignites. A single red star, it seems, streaks across the heavens, its glow vivid against the darkness. It burns for a breath and then vanishes. It's a sign that the time is now. Behind you, Torren tightens his grip on his sword and exhales slowly. Well, I suppose you've got a plan, have you?
We have something in mind, yes. We didn't think you'd be here so soon, but we are glad you are.
I couldn't let you have all the glory, could I?
Of course not. To zero it down, it would be wrong. That red star in the sky you just saw, it is a signal we've been waiting for. It has distracted a lot of their innermost, guards and whatnot. Now is the best time to strike, and soon, while they are short on men and might.
Very well.
They will have been taken to the mountains, though they should not come back so soon. We should have enough time to storm the quarry without the worry of others coming for us. So we must act swiftly and soon.
Very well.
Nice.
Allow me and my people to go first. We'll cut through the guard, clear the way. We'll move fast, move hard. We'll free prisoners, we'll arm them. You see a wry smile etch across his face as he leans in. This quarry belongs to us tonight. Let's see its people freed.
We will stay close to your back. We will try and avoid as much of the pitched battle as possible. We will help where we can, but we are aiming for the house of the mine master. We're going to cut the head off the snake and watch the body fail.
Very
Technically
well.
a lizard?
Okay, let me and my people go first. Wait until you see a decent opening. Like you say, you don't want to get caught up in the first vanguard of battle.
No.
You see Torren turn to his people and go, Men and women of Whistlestone, now comes the hour where we hold true to our pledge to these people. They fight for us. What do you fight for? Family, friends, land. It does not matter. Fight hard. Fight true. And we will see the dawn. With me! And he draws his sword high above his head. You see the people stood, rallied, cry out, and begin to follow his lead down a small mountain pass down towards the front gate of the mine. You have but a moment or two before I go on to describe the next scene. Is anything anybody wants to do before what is about to unfolds? Any preparations, any spells that anyone wants to cast, anything to get you ready for what's about to happen.
Okay, get up to 3. I'm going to cast Bless. I'm going to cast Bless on Auric, Octavius, and Coric.
Okay, so you cast Bless, giving Ulrich, Coric, and Octavius. You guys have a D4 that you can add to ability checks, weapon attack rolls, and saving throws.
Okay.
For the next hour, I believe, or?
Yes, I think so.
Just double check. Or is it a minute?
Oh, up to a minute.
Okay, so.
Or is it probably better if I wait then until we get
I would wait.
Can I hold that then, and we'll just, as we get in, then I'll cast it. So then it's just, we don't have to faff around it later.
Absolutely. Is there anything anybody else wants to do?
Yes. I don't know if as a group or individually, but can we, having been in the mine for as long as possible, can we try and sort of remember the quickest or most efficient route we have seen or known to the head honcho's house?
You can certainly try. Go ahead and roll me a history check. And while you do so, Twitchy Witch in the chat, you're smiling down, I believe. Is that Jen?
That's Jen, yep.
Has gifted you a boon. So
amazing.
Given what is about to happen, I am going to give you an additional hero point to spend. So you have 1 extra hero point. So that puts you at 2.
I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder and cast guidance just to help out with that history roll.
Okay.
History check.
Yes, please.
Okay. Anyone. So +4 for guns, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a D4.
D4, yeah. +4, of course.
Yeah, naturally just handing those out.
Yeah.
14 +3, so that is 17 total.
17. You do remember the quickest way to get towards the center of the quarry. You know roughly the direction to go. Though you don't know what you're heading into, you have a good idea as to the direction in which to travel to get there.
To get to his abode, or where the leader used to stay. And cool.
Yes,
that's fine.
Which is pretty central toward in the quarry, or in the mine, should I say? It overlooks the deepest crevice within the mine. Excellent, Ulrich, Errol, thank you very much. Peanut.
Yeah, I'm gonna just before we go in, I'm gonna take out the potion of polychromy and I'm gonna down it.
Okay, so just remind everybody what that does, please.
So when I drink it, everything I'm wearing takes on this like rainbow and basically like a walking pride flag. But I can use it to a bonus action to turn any combination of colors that I choose, and it can mimic the color of any surroundings. So I can like pretty much blend in with the environment, and I get advantage on dexterity stealth checks. And I can change any color to match anything until the potion wears off, which is 1 hour.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you very much. Coric, Octavius, is there anything you guys want to do in preparation?
Coric's just going to be kind of tinkering and tweaking his brand new arm a little bit, maybe putting some mechanical lubricant in there, just making sure it's all working, moving good.
Okay.
Oil can.
Okay. Go.
Battle.
Can you make me a tinkerer's check, please, Coric? Just while we go to Octavius, what are you going to be doing in preparation?
So, just seeing everyone there, he's going to prepare in a more of a way so he doesn't have to waste time or anything. Just putting the stone piece arrows on the left side, the silver tip arrows on the right side, and his slingshot a bit in the back, as he's going to be needing that.
Okay, perfect. Coric, what was your tinkerer's check? So that is proficiency plus dexterity plus your d20.
13.
13. You add your KY jelly to your arm. in preparation
You clearly don't know anything about lubricating mechanical things. KY jelly.
the WD-40 is just like pops a can out and starts spraying it. There you go.
That works better.
You, during your travel here and these last alterations that you've made with your arm, you've become so proficient in your movements with it. I'm going to allow your first attack to be with advantage.
I feel like we're gonna need these advantages.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
just before we head off, Yer was going to pull out her mace and turn to her new friends and sort of adopted family, and she's just going to say, "This will be hard, but we have each other. We can do this. We just need to have faith in each other, faith in our abilities. We do this for all the hardships we suffered at Blackfall, all the times we were broken down and crushed. We do this for our freedom, for our liberty, and we do this for Kaelin as well."
oh,
And she's going to hold her mace in the sky and just shout for Kaelin.
can you make me I'd like a performance check, please?
Oh, shit.
Did you practice that?
Performance, did you say?
Yes, please, as you try to motivate and rally the
Ooh,
peeps.
17.
Ooh.
You all feel inspired collectively. Not only do you have a hero point, you can have inspiration to re-roll a d20 anytime in the next 8 hours.
So that's for all of us.
All of you can have
Oh!
inspiration. Now, we don't usually run inspiration, but because that was so inspiring, you can have
nice.
inspiration.
Yeah, I'll take a
Oh,
level
hot
in
dog.
God.
You all stand stoic, ready, waiting. As Torrens' war cry rings through the night, his people surge forward like a crushing wave. The first shouts of alarm rise from the quarry below. Guards scramble, caught off guard by the sudden attack. Arrows hiss through the air, the dull thunk of steel meeting flesh quickly overtaken by the clash of blades. The first line of mercenaries breaks under the sheer force of the charge, but more are coming. Heavy boots pound against stone, reinforcements flooding in from deeper within the quarry. Some carrying long spears bracing for the assault, others wielding curved blades moving with deadly precision. The battle is beginning. Across the quarry, prisoners, many weak, some barely standing, cling to the hope of freedom. As Torrens' warriors break the chains, the once defeated men and women snatch up whatever weapons they can find. Hammers, pickaxes, stolen swords. The tide begins to turn, and then you see it. You see your opportunity. A break in the lines.
Raising shield and spear, Ulrich's noticing this, sort of fairly familiar with battle, just stay close behind me. I will lead the charge. I will be in front. Let's go. And he just straight in, off, full charge forward.
Gonna follow him just as fast.
You all...
Totally, right behind you.
As he starts, he's sort of going to call to Peanut and hold the spear and go, "Do you want the ride?"
Yep.
And I run.
Just pull Peanut onto the back and start running.
Brilliant.
Fucking hell, class. You all race down this mountain pass and breach through the main gate of the quarry. The battle rages all around you, echoing across the mine like a storm trapped within the earth. The clang of steel, the cries of the wounded, the crack of gunfire mixed with the guttural shouts of miners turned soldiers. Torrens' forces push forward, carving a path through the chaos, freeing prisoners who rise up in defiance of their captors. The ground shudders beneath the weight of combat. Dust falls in thin rivulets from the quarry's walls. Ahead, you see thick wooden beams that are dark with age and sweat frame the tunnel mouth, while rusty lanterns flicker with an eerie half-hearted glow. A warm wind breathes from within, deep within the mine, thick with the acrid scent of burnt oil and something deeper. An unnatural energy that prickles against your skin like the gathering storm. The battlefield itself is a maelstrom of chaos. The clash of steel, the crack of gunfire, and the cries of wounded form a violent symphony all around you. Smoke clogs the air, mixing with the dust that's kicked up by the struggle, turning the world into a shifting haze of shadows and firelight. Through the haze, you catch glimpses, only glimpses, of Torrens' forces battling desperately, their blades flashing in the torchlight as they drive the quarry guard back. Somewhere beyond the fray, the path forward beckons, but finding a way through this maelstrom without getting caught in the tide of battle will take sharp eyes and even sharper instincts. I need somebody to roll me either a survival or an investigation check.
I can do survival if people want that.
Go for it.
Okay.
And don't forget, now that we're in, you've got your bless as well.
That's kicked in now, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, once we hit in, I'll have.
Cool. Okay, that's 17 plus 3 for survival, so dirty 20 plus 3, 23 in total.
Perfect.
Yes.
With careful maneuvering, you manage to weave through the chaos, keeping low behind scattered debris, using the jagged quarry walls as cover. You slip past skirmishers, ducking through gaps between fighting soldiers and moving unnoticed through the shadows. A collapsed wooden structure creates a narrow path forward, letting you bypass a heavily defended choke point. The sound of combat still echoes all around you, but you've avoided the worst of it. For now. You push on. But through the chaos, one sound cuts through everything. A deep mechanical grinding, like ancient gears being forced into motion. As you make your way deeper into the quarry, the sound of clanging metal and distant shouts echo against the stone walls. The ground beneath your feet is uneven, jagged stone giving way to rough-hewn paths and precarious ledges. Shifts of guards patrol the walkways overhead. Their eyes begin scanning the shadows below. I need you all to roll me a stealth check, please. Peanut, you can have advantage on this, I believe.
Because I'm pretty.
Because you're on the back of an 8-foot tall man, so you can just
I'm
click onto
colourful.
To disappear.
Okay.
14 from me.
19 from me.
14, 19. Correct.
23.
Luckily, I have advantage on this because one of my dice has a 1 on it, but the other one is 18.
18, 23 from you, Peanut. Octavius.
18.
18.
Okay.
You stick to the shadows and you spot the guards overhead and just immediately halt in your tracks, keeping cover until you feel the coast is clear. The deeper you go into the mine, the more oppressive the feelings become. You are all battling against yourselves, battling against the hardships that you once endured in this place. As you all make your way and move through the shadows through this place, you all start to feel the pain of the whips on your backs again. The aches in the knees, the pains on your backs through the toil of the hard labor that you once endured. The ridicule, the punishment, the oppressive nature of this place. You continue to pass by tunnels, some of which you once worked. Some now sealed off entirely, others abandoned mid-dig. Rusted tools, discarded equipment line the walls. You remember that this is a place of labor, hard labor, of punishment, of evil. But now, something darker permeates the air. A sense that this place has become more than just a quarry. I'd like somebody to make me a perception check, please.
I'm doing it.
What?
Okay. At 19.
As you all make your way across a ledge, to kind of cross this small little impasse, you, Yeril, glance down and are stopped in your tracks as you see piles of bodies. Workers that have broken under the whip, under the pickaxe, under the weight of what was required of them here. The air grows cold around you. Do not say anything.
Didn't know we had the chat.
She's just going to really fight her urge to completely explode with anger. And she's just going to take up her mace, look at Ulrich, and just say, "We leave none of them alive."
There's never an option. It's ending today. Geralt, do not fear. If it is not my spear who cracks his back in two, it'll be your mace who splits his skull. Either way, this asshole dies.
Don't worry. I don't do promises. But this one I can keep.
And we know he can't lie about it, so...
Yep, and we're not gonna die. Yet.
So,
Ulrich just puts a little fist up towards Peanut for that.
Yeah.
That's great optimism.
The walls grow colder as you continue, the dark stone tightening around you. The further you press on, the more the faint rumble of the earth beneath your feet grows louder, like the distant growl of something large, something powerful, something waking from a slumber. You feel a strange sensation wash over you as you press further and further into the mine. A shift, a ripple in the air itself. The very ground beneath your feet feels wrong. It's as if the stone is no longer solid, as if something beneath it is awakening, stretching, testing the world around it. And then, the first pulse hits. A low, deep thrumming reverberates through the rock, sending shivers up your spine. The dust hanging in the air twists unnaturally, moving against the wind itself. Lanterns fixed along the walls begin to flicker violently, their flames stretching upward like grasping fingers before flaring blue for a brief and unnatural moment. Something is happening, something unnatural. The pulsing energy builds. That hum shakes the quarry's walls, but you recognize the pattern now. Another pulse is coming. What would you like to do?
I like to hide.
So where we are currently, we can feel this below us, or around us. Sorry,
All around you.
all
Feel
around.
it beneath your feet. You feel the walls reverberating.
And we're just in a tunnel.
You are in a small little crevasse leading through a tunnel. It kind of overhangs a little bit, but you can see the
Yeah.
night sky above you.
But there's a way forward essentially, so we can, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, someone else go. I'm thinking.
It must be that weapon that they spoke of. I don't know if maybe they're putting it into effect or if they're charging it up, but this is not good. We need to push. We need to get Barak, and we need to stop him before he unleashes whatever that forsaken device is. We must keep pushing on through.
I'd like someone to make me. In fact, you can all make me either an Arcana check or an Insight check. This is a group check.
Do we all have to pick the same thing?
Nope. You can choose either Insight or Arcana, depending on what you want. So,
Oh no.
Nat 20. Goodness gracious. The
Yes.
first Nat 20
Yes.
of the day. And the D4 to it, right? Because of bless.
yep.
Damn.
D4
yes.
because of bless.
Oh my god.
I got an 18 on insight.
Okay.
14 on investigation, not insight. Sorry.
Insight,
Insight.
15 on Arcana.
yeah. Peanut
11 Arcana.
is enough. You brace yourselves. You ground your stance, you focus your minds and steady your breathing. Then, with a sudden whoosh, the surge rolls over you. You feel gravity shift. The ground feels as though it tilts at an impossible angle. Your body thrown slightly off balance before suddenly snapping back to normal. You stagger, but you regain your footing. The world seems to spin, jerk, as if the gravitational pull in this area has been messed with. Your heads swim with vertigo for just a second, as if you have to hold on to either each other or the world around you for fear of just falling off.
Well, that's one way to lift the mood.
Oh. What? That is beyond anything I've ever felt.
Was that magic? What was that?
I mean, Korak, you might be the only one who could possibly. Have you seen these kind of things before?
I've not seen this effect before now. But I know those things are pretty powerful.
Seems powerful, whatever it is. We can't let it continue. Only knows if this is just the start, what it's going to lead to.
We need to get down there.
We need to get down there quickly.
Alright, follow my lead. And Oryx is going to start heading in the closest, nearest direction to somewhere else that isn't where we are right now. I assume it's just one direction we can go.
Yeah, you continue pushing forward. You, with your history check earlier, you know you are heading in the right direction. Though I will just take a quick survival check to make sure that you are staying on course.
Cool.
As you do this, you all feel that the quarry or the mine all around you seems to breathe. The air itself is tense. Whatever is happening here, it's only getting stronger. Time is running out.
15 survival check.
You're quite confident, Ulrich, that you're heading the party in the right direction.
Good.
You continue on, hugging the walls where you can. I'd like another group stealth check, please.
All right.
Peanut, you can have advantage because you're polychromy.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 from Yerel.
18.
18, Octavius.
18.
18, Ulrich.
7.
7, okay. Korik.
13.
13. As a group, you are doing well. Ulrich, you are so headstrong on getting and head focused on getting to where you're going. Sometimes you might begin to step out into a more lit area before a tug on your shoulder from Peanut as you kind of center yourself again and divert yourself back into the shadows. You continue on. As you enter a small area, the walls 35-40 feet high, there is wooden scaffolding running the length of this small area. It's around 40 or so feet to the other side. You begin to walk before a sudden deafening crack shatters the air. A reverberating through the mine like the roar of a great beast. The ground beneath your feet lurches violently, sending loose stones tumbling into the darkness, and then with a sickening groan, the earth itself splits. A jagged fracture tears through the path ahead, splitting the group in two.
Oh shit.
Oh
no. That was the only thing we were not supposed to do.
Ulrich,
At the party.
Ulrich, Peanut, Octavius, obviously Ulrich and Octavius stood on one side, Peanut on Ulrich's shoulders, Yerel and Korik on the other side of a chasm, narrow but deep as it stretches between you. You see a faint glow of something unnatural flickering in the darkness below. The stone's edges crumble, threatening to widen at any moment. Korik and Yerel, what do you want to do?
I mean, I could fly back over if you're willing to. Either I can help carry you or get to my back, or we could, I don't know, we could go down and we could try and stop it. I don't know. What should we do?
Sorry, just out of curiosity, which side, who's on what side for being able to continue on and not? Because
so Octavius, so you, Ulrich, and Peanut are on the furthest side, being able to continue on. Yerel and Korik are behind, with this chasm between you both.
Cool. How wide, roughly, a gauge, just looking at it as it is now?
Make me a perception check. New follower, thank you very much.
New follower.
Perception. Okay. It's good.
So
10 plus 3, 13 plus 2, so 15.
The chasm itself is 25 feet wide.
Okay.
You can try to leap the gap, Yerel, Korik. You could try to leap the gap, or before it obviously grows too wide, as these rocks begin to start crumbling at either edge, or you can try to find another way around before the battle surges forward without you.
Could I fly over if I had Korik on my back? Maybe.
You would have to. You could try. We'd have to roll some skill checks, but yes, if you wanted to do that.
In a very quick sort of, as this danger begins, or can I, as Ulrich, pull out my length of rope and a grappling hook, tie the rope to the grappling hook, and just go and launch it across to try and create like a rope for someone to grab onto, so he can start pulling if needed, or tie someone to it, that kind of thing. Okay. I'm essentially throwing a rope on a grappling hook to the other side now. You
tie it off and you launch it across. It clangs onto the ground beneath your feet, Yerel, as it begins to then start dragging across the earth towards the chasm. You grab hold of it.
Okay, grab hold of it and turn to Korik. What do you want to do? Shall I tie this around your waist and Ulrich can pull you to safety? I can fly across, or you can go on my back. What do you want to do?
I'll just take the grappling hook, and probably makes more sense if I Just hold on for dear life.
Okay, I'm going to quickly tie it round his waist so he can hold the grappling hook, and then just shout over to Ulrich. Ulrich is on the line. Pull him back over.
He's going to
Okay.
help Ulrich as well.
The
As
mightiest of pulls, just whoop.
you begin to pull, Korik, I'd like an athletics or acrobatics from you, and Ulrich, I need an athletics from you, please.
Remember, you both have
Helping
bless.
him.
Okay, you can have advantage on it because Octavius is helping as well.
Okay,
As you are tying this off, rocks crumble from either side. That was a timed event, 20-second pass to make a decision. The gap now is 35 feet as rocks begin to crumble. Yerel, Korik, you begin to step further and further back. What was your athletics or acrobatics, Korik?
17.
You steady your breathing. Just bear with me, Ulrich, don't worry. You steady your breathing, and you take a running start and launch yourself forward. As you do, there is a pulse. You all feel the ground shake again. With no time to steady yourselves, you are all lifted from where you stood, and for a moment, you are all weightless, soaring over the abyss below Korik. You all then land. What did you get? Athletics check, Ulrich.
So it was a 15 plus 5 because I'm a barbarian, plus 3 because of bless. That is 23 in total.
Yeah.
Korik,
Wrapped around the forearm. Oh.
your hand reaches forward, and just as you feel your hand would begin to grasp solid stone, you scramble and slip and begin to topple down. However, as the stone digs into your fingers, as your arm strains against your own weight, the rope just taut as you look down and see a bubbling pool of molten lava below, around 60 or so feet.
No.
The heat coming up and hitting you. Ulrich, you begin to woof, 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 as you pull Korik up, as your hand clasps onto the stone, and you pull yourself up to meet Ulrich, Octavius, and Peanut on the opposite side. Yerel, what do you want to
open
do?
my wings as full extension of my wings, and I'm going to fly across, looking to make sure there's no rocks falling, dodging them if I need to, just trying to get back over to my friends.
Okay, make me a perception check, please. As you race forward, unfurl your wings, and woof, launch forward.
Dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
Filth.
You are looking not only for falling rocks, but any guards on the scaffold above. And you see two. And they see you. Because you have spotted them, they both fire crossbows towards you. But because you're aware of their presence and you're trying to move to get out of their way and strafe, they will roll with disadvantage to hit.
Okay.
Okay, the first one, the crossbow bolt past you, turn and twist in the air, dodging that one. The second one, however, as you dodge one way to your right, you straighten yourself up, you see your landing spot 10 feet away, you hear, before you see, a crossbow bolt narrowly miss.
Oh my god.
And clip your wing ever so slightly as 3 of your feathers into the air as you land successfully on the other side.
Or it instinctively just makes a grab for the waist and just yanks straight in, so there is now no longer anyone stood on falling rock, and just pulls everyone backwards.
Yeah.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Let's go. Are you okay, Yarrow?
I'm okay. Don't worry, Peanut. It's going to be okay. We just have to keep moving. This chasm is going to get bigger. There's guards now seeing us. We have to go now.
Okay, let's go.
Agreed on that. Come on, go.
Follow me. Looking at just for a brief second, looking up at the guards on the scaffold. Is there anything on the ground that like a leg, a couple of things like that's keeping the scaffold up?
Yes, it is also affixed to the wall, but yes, there are legs on the ground as well.
It won't be that easy. That's fine. Yeah, head forward, just leading them in.
Okay. You continue on, and you all pass through this narrow passageway until you get to the next open space. And your eyes begin to dart across a broken landscape. You see that there are a cluster of mines. A cluster of old mining carts. Sorry, not mines, but a cluster of old mining carts.
So many of them.
It's a minefield.
That are scattered everywhere. You see, however, there is a section of stone that has collapsed in front of you, sealing off the path. I'd like you to make me a perception or a survival check, please.
All of us.
Somebody
Okay.
can make it. There isn't a group one, this.
I've got +3 in both. If anyone else has got any better, they can do it. If not, I'll get mine.
Same. I've got the same, but you go for it.
Should we do it together?
Should do it together.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that's good, because that was a natural one. That's better. That's a 15. So that is 18 in total for perception.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the same. 18.
18. You quickly, as your hearts are thudding in your chests, begin to look around for another path. And you spot it. You spot a rickety wooden scaffold that has a stanchion leading up towards the top, and it winds above the collapsed stone and through to the other side. You see that it looks unstable, but it's passable.
Sort of looking at this and sighing ever so slightly, and sort of exasperated. Why is everything in here built so badly? Right, okay. That seems to be our
we
only
didn't
way,
really
right,
do
Hero?
a good job. You know, I mean, kind of our fault.
Perhaps Peanut, Coric, Octavius, the lighter ones, maybe you go across and I'll follow last just in case it breaks.
Sure.
Could try and I don't know. I could try and if it does break or something, just everyone jump to me. I can try and Coric and Peanut. I can grab you in the air, and probably Octavius. I could grab you by my talons, maybe.
Coric's going to prepare to cast Featherfall if needed.
Yeah, Peanut too.
Okay, excellent.
I have ways of moving, so let's just go.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Wasting no time, you move swiftly across the creaking planks, navigating the precarious structure with care. Before long, and without incident, you emerge on the other side, dusting off splinters and loose gravel. You're nearly there, guys. As you near Varric's office, the earth shudders violently beneath your feet. That familiar deep hum resonates through the stone, almost like a second heartbeat. Then, you see it, beyond the raging battles all around you, deep in the pit of the quarry. A massive machine looms, gears, pistons and chains, and at its center, bathed in a pulsating blue glow is something else. Something alive with power. The Aether Heart. Energy crackles along the machine's metal arms as it digs into the quarry floor, trying to pry the heart from the earth. You don't stop this soon. Whatever happens next could change everything.
It's your fault.
This is on you.
As
This is on
you... Do you want to head in that direction?
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
As you approach center of the mine where the powerful Aether Heart is being lifted, your eyes fall upon something else. A familiar figure standing near the base of the quarry. A figure draped in shadow and power. A towering individual. Their presence commanding, even in the midst of this chaos. Clad in dark armor etched with scales that shimmer like molten metal. Varric Bloodscale, leader of the Blackfall Quarry. His red-tinged cloak flowing behind him, his long reptilian tail curls behind his form. He stands before the massive Aether Heart. Pack it in. Grow up. Grow
What a
up.
prick.
Serious, guys, serious.
As the taxi leaves in the distance.
But did you hear that outside? Did you hear?
Yeah.
I apologise.
That's why we all were like,
Yeah, apologies. Taxi for Varric.
He was
Taxi
late for the scene.
Varric.
Sorry,
Very
guys, sorry.
leaves.
He stands before the massive Aether Heart, his crimson eyes focused intently on the delicate machinery, watching as the energy of the heart surges and pulses. Quiet reverence in his posture. The machines groan under the immense pressure of extracting the heart from the earth, but Varric remains still, unwavering, his gaze locked on his prize. For a moment, he does not spot you, or even acknowledge your presence. His mind seemingly fixed on one thing. His cold, calculating voice, however, breaks the silence as you approach. You hear him murmur to himself.
Soon, I will have it. The power of this crystal will reshape everything, and all will bow before the new age.
He turns, his eyes locking onto yours, as if now, in this moment, becoming aware of your intrusion. His expression remains unreadable, however, but a dark smile begins to twitch at the corner of his lips.
I am busy with more important matters than your petty interference. You would do well to leave before you're swept aside like the rest.
I think it's our petty interference that is going to bring you as low as this mine.
You're being too generous. A bit lower than that. And you can see him pull out one of his arrows.
we
Shadows.
are going to make
Go
sure
ahead.
that we are going to make sure that we wipe you from this earth. You will mean nothing after what we're going to do to you.
Not that you meant anything anyway.
A slow but deliberate clap echoes.
Mother.
I must say, I admire the determination. Maybe if you had a bit more while you are all here, we would not be here now. But you should have taken your chance while you had it. You will never escape this place again. You see, this world isn't ruled by those who fight fair. It belongs to those who take what is rightfully theirs.
And you see him click. And for a moment, he watches you with cold indifference. But then, smile fades. His hand moves towards the hilt of a gleaming blade. The air grows heavier with tension. As the ground rumbles again, the guards around the Aether Heart stiffen, their eyes narrowing, ready to defend their master before he turns.
Get back to work. I will deal with our guests. Your time is at an end. Leave now, or face the consequences.
Heavy,
Sorry, go on. No,
a
go on,
heavy
go
thud of boots against stone echo as two of his guard step forward, and Varric unsheaths his blade with a hiss. You see one is a towering brute, his reinforced enchanted plate armor and his massive great axe resting easily on his shoulder. The other one is wiry, a wiry scarred woman with twin daggers which are wreathed in a sickly green flame. Her stance is coiled, almost predatory. Daryl?
She's going to aim her mace at Varric, look him dead in the eye, and just say, "You speak so eloquently of those who will take. I want you now to watch as I take your heart." And
Oh shit!
she is going past guiding bolt directly at him.
Wonderful. The battle is upon you. We're gonna go for a quick break here
No, why?
because we're going to head into combat in just a moment.
Oh, man.
We will be back in about 5-10 minutes. We're gonna go and do nervous wheeze and
Cry.
get drinks and cry and all that. Thank you everyone for tuning in so far. If you are watching the VOD, the next episode will air on Thursday. You guys at home, go grab a drink, use the toilet, get your snacks. About to get good. We'll be back in 5-10 minutes. See ya.